Not touching it.
So we begin the 11th session of our Yanjing campaign as we rejoin most of the party after the involvement with the Tang Cat Mask gang revealed some insider business among the Ivory Horn Guard and uh, its insider knowledge of what's going on with the Gold Embers Guild and your nominal patron Dash. And capping off last session, the final confrontation over Pinder, Battleton Demon Sword, came to a close as Orthog decided that he's had all he can stands and he can't stands no more. But
Smash.
with that, Battleton decides that he's going to need some time and space. And he informs you that he is going to head back to the temple for a little while and try to get his head straight.
Makes sense. Greed always helps the greedy.
Yeah, go cry for your little sword.
Uh, with that, he says, you know, take care of what you can uh, with the new property. I'll let you know if I can contract someone to replace the doors, or if you can take care of it yourself and save us some money, that'd be good too. He does not look at all of you confidently with that, but
Go take your time to get better. It's okay. We understand.
and he is going to leave behind.
Relinquish the funds.
Yeah.
We require geld. Lots of it. Farthings.
Well, I am going to take a sum out for personal use. But beyond that, he's going to leave you guys with the remainder of about 3,800 gold.
Okay. It's a good little sum. Let's go gambling.
Um, and, got a little bit of that sort of lost, not really sure what he's doing. You know, look in his face, and he departs for a period of time.
I say to the group, I think young Battleton needed something like that. Hopefully he comes back a lot more humanity minded.
He will heal.
But with that, what are the rest of you doing? Oh, one other thing that he did ask for is to traverse from, you know, I guess you guys head back to the guardhouse.
That's where I was heading back at the end. Remember, I walked away. So I didn't say any of the things that I just said.
Because I mean that's just one level down from the vault keeper.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the nearest, sort of downtime place that you guys could go to. So yeah, he accompanies you down there, asks Flick if you can cast Pass Without a Trace in his ring so that when he travels back up to the temple, he's not, leaving a trail behind. Um, and yeah, he takes a small cut of your fortune and heads out. And on a meta note, he is going to use that money to do his hit point training
Nice.
while he's gone.
Gotcha.
Nice.
You do some of that too.
He also, and I'm going by what Aaron said to me, he tries to make it very clear that this is not our new house, that this is a rental property, and he's going to try to sublet. And I'm pretty sure that the rest of you do not necessarily just like cave into, his decision there, but I'll read you. Battleton, it's not like the use of the warehouse as a residence. The goal of the acquisition was to subsidize the rent off of the haunted house weekly income while he establishes tenants in the warehouse.
Okay.
And the rent is 50 gold per month or 51 gold per 61 days.
Okay.
On the warehouse?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you are renting it from the city guard. Also giving you guys some information that Battleton already collected.
Okay.
This is the area. So this is the guardhouse here. And then the road just outside. Most of this area is residential, but this does enter into one of the breaks in the shell of the city that exits into a mining area. And yeah, most of the area is residential, though it is probably only around 50% occupied. And a good chunk of those are squatters, not people who have, legitimate ties to their property. And something to keep in mind, not nearly as strong as Narjal's place, but you guys are, like about a city block from the cistern. So it's one of those things where after about 30 minutes, you don't smell it anymore.
Yeah.
But then if you go up to like level 4 and come back, you can smell it's kind of stinky.
EU.
Different stink than Narshal's place. Very different.
I'm sure you can tell the difference.
Yeah. Compost grade versus raw.
Well, I think in an effort to secure this property and make it suitable for renting, I agree. We gotta see what's in that fucking hole.
I agree. I think we should rest first and then go into the hole.
Can we rest
we
in
need
the
rope.
guardhouse? We
Yeah.
need hella rope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest and rope.
Yeah.
I don't think was Battleton the only one who wanted to spend some time retraining their hit points?
I would love to spend some time retraining my hit points.
I mean, just as a, overall voice of reason, do you guys like want to jump straight down into the hole when you don't have doors on the building?
See, I was
Oh,
going.
definitely.
I mean, we could like jam a table. We can make a door out of a table.
I was.
We could just put up a sign.
The
Hey,
main door
Don't come in
works.
here. There's a pit.
Mhm.
The what?
Doesn't the main door?
No,
All the
No.
doors.
all the doors are gone.
Mhm.
Well,
I think one door, just the locking mechanism, has been dissolved by acid, but every other door has been smashed.
let's
That's
try to
fair.
get the front door replaced. And then in doing so, we can hand wave some level training.
Sure.
And I mean, you guys can also take time to actually plan how you want to approach the pit.
No, we're just going in there.
We have no idea what's in the pit. I mean, there's a guy who went down there, but I doubt he's hanging around.
We could get some dungeoneering gear.
Some rope.
I believe we got dungeoneering gear last time.
Will you take
Yeah, dude.
ownership of this dungeoneering gear, Warthog?
We
Yeah.
already have bills. I've got
Okay.
chalk.
I can't buy it.
Orthog, you're gonna get you're gonna get rope, but you're not gonna own it. You're just gonna purchase it.
Well, I'm just gonna carry it. You guys are gonna purchase, do all that.
Sure.
So your only effort is going to be replacing the front door, getting someone to replace the front door.
Yeah, I think so. Balaton said he'd handle the rest. So I think we just, in his absence, handle the front door.
Or I mean, or I don't.
Hey Dan, can I do a knowledge local to see if I have a door guy?
Sure.
Can I do a knowledge porter to see if porter's in this universe?
Unfortunately, yeah, you have no knowledge of Porter.
God damn it.
That is a 19.
Good callback, though. I'll give you an extra action die for that.
Hey.
Hey-o.
Fuck yeah. Porter would come in handy right now. Shore that door up so good.
What was Porter? Was
That's
Porter a
fine.
magic door?
Hmm.
Yep.
Porter was a shit.
Though he will let anyone in your building if they know the answer to a couple of riddles.
Sure.
That's a
That's
fair
fine.
trade.
These fucking dummies in the Cistern district, they don't stand a chance, man.
You're absolutely right.
Or, eat them if they don't know the answer.
That's also fine.
You have no idea what he does if they don't know the answer.
Because we were so damn good at riddles.
Actually, no, he did. I think he did mess up Uhtred a little bit. I think Uhtred gave him the wrong answer and he did something.
Man, yeah, I think you're right. He fucked him
I-
up.
Yeah, I think he did. For a
Uhtred
moment.
only gets fucked up by magical traps. Everything else he is impervious to.
Okay, does Flick know a door guy? A doorman?
I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Flick, you got your knowledge level.
I rolled a 19.
Ooh,
19 total?
Yeah, sorry, 19 total. Rolled a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you know some guys. You can put that together.
Okay.
Give me a diplomacy check for negotiating the cost.
Here we go, baby. That is not as good. I'm gonna put an action die on this. Gotta save that money. It blew up. Oh,
Oh shit.
all right.
Yeah.
24.
24. Okay.
that's what the action does.
All right.
Oh shit.
For parts and installation, and because you sang at this guy's, or you did puppet show at this guy's kid's birthday, a couple months back. They'll replace that front door for 9 gold.
Hey, that's a steal. We'd be losing money if we didn't say yes to that.
Narjal, you're the backup money man, since our money man's not here.
Okay. I can handle that.
How much money do
What-
we have?
What color are you gonna have him paint it?
38 hundo -9.
You're gonna keep it wood, like natural, like teak.
Yeah,
Give
maybe
it
we
a
get
nice-
like a maybe we stain it like a nice like stain or something at some point.
Yeah, like a ebony, so you see the grain, but it's still.
Yeah.
And we tag it with W's for Wayside Boys.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
All
I
right.
agree.
Just an FYI, for Orthog, you can retrain up to 11 hit points right now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, I would like to do that, but I don't
Okay,
know how
Victor,
that
you
works.
can retrain up to 1.
What'll it,
Narjal,
what'll it cost me?
hold on, let me just get through everybody first.
Sure.
Narjal, you can retrain 7.
So,
Battletime could also retrain 8. So to retrain 1 hit point is your level times 3 times 10 pieces of gold.
Okay.
say that again.
Actually, I'm
Two
gonna
times
double.
three.
Sounds like a little. Wow.
Level times 30, I think.
Level
Yeah,
times 3
level
per
times. Yeah,
and gold. Okay.
yeah, I think that's actually the.
So 9 gold a level.
Yeah, I'm 99.95% sure that that is it.
So I guess just to
Takes
oh sorry, I was just trying to fill the void. Go ahead, Dan, if you got it.
Retraining always takes 10 times your level times the number of days required in gold pieces. And to retrain 1 hit point takes 3 days. So yeah, it's effectively for each of you, it's going to be 90 gold per hit point.
90 gold per hit point.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds right to me.
So 3 times 10.
How much money did Battleton take?
Yeah, what we got here?
We
What's
have 3791. So we could all do the max and still be left with over 1,000 gold.
I underestimated what Battletown was going to need. Let me double check what he said he wanted to do.
Do the rings that we have, do those only take level 1 spells or
They only take 1 level of spells.
okay.
The normal rings of spell storing take 5, but these are rinky-dink versions of them.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. Where's the nearest rope shop?
Here we go.
You got it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Someone has ranks in engineering now. Maybe we build a pretty sick ass staircase.
Yeah. A fireman's pole.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Getting up it would really suck,
Or
but
do
going
like
up
a
would be cool.
like a ropes course type rope thing, some sort of macrame rope ladder.
That could be
I
cool.
like that.
Yeah.
Requires a DC 20 athletics check to get up it, so we're just stuck down there after we build it.
Oops.
Burpee.
Okay, so yeah, it looked like Battletown was planning on doing 6 hit points worth.
Okay. Okay. I would like to do all 7.
With
I mean,
that,
what are we? Let's spend the money. What are we? Easy come, easy go. Get it, get it how you live, right? We're
Yeah, I think so.
earning this gold to do what with? Retire? Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Yeah, put it in where your wealth.
Oh,
I'm gonna retrain my 1 hit point, and I'm gonna get like take the. So wait, 90 gold.
90 gold per level. So I'm at 600.
per hit point.
And
Oh yeah.
Narjal, you're retraining 7 hit points. Orthog, you're retraining how many hit points?
I mean, if the group allows it, I'll do all of them.
How many is that?
I think it's 11.
11.
All right. Flick, you're retraining how many hit points?
I think I can do 4. I think I'm down 4 from my total max.
I'm gonna allow, as the Reverend Doctor, I am allowing Orthog to retrain all of his hit points conditionally.
Okay.
I'm gonna retrain 2 hit points worth of gold. One will be for the 1 hit point I'm eligible for, and then one will be 90 gold worth of like sick, like Ghostface Killer Run DMC only fit for Cuban links like chain. Gold chain. So a 90 gold chain that I will now be wearing and adding to my character.
Fucking great.
Solid.
Love it. Love to hear it. Love
90
to
gold,
see it.
well spent. Come and take it, asshole.
okay. Well, if you guys are gonna go balls to the wall, I'm gonna have Battletown do the same.
I guess one question I did have, and it's probably a moot point since Bottleton is not with us at the moment. Um, he has a contract to bring in, whatever those gangsters are, and that timetable was expiring. Um, Spending all this time to retrain, it's a day per hit point for each of us. So like, can we dilly dally, for 11 days and still complete that contract?
Right.
Well, okay. So, first things first, Battlecon is not going to leave you guys with 3,800. He is going to leave you guys with 3,400.
Okay, then we already spent.
Okay.
And then Okay, and then it's going to cost 2,160 for everything that you guys are intending to do. Should leave you with 1,240.
I have it with 1,231 because we paid for the door.
Okay. And since Orthog is aiming for 11 there, don't forget another 90 gold that you just have to pay to Victor for his gold chain. So Orthog retraining 11 hit points is going to take 33 days.
33 days.
And pretty sure like the rest of you know that Battleton has about 2 weeks left on this bounty that he needs to complete.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't do shit about it without him. So it's kind of on him right now.
Okay. And he also said something to the effect of, I just get fined like 50 gold, whatever.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, the next would be the next longest after Orthog would be Narjal with 8 hit points, which would take 24 days. 7?
Yeah. 21.
What you said 8?
You told me 7. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you're right. So yeah, that so never mind. Don't worry about the 90 gold you need to give to Victor because I assumed wrong.
Okay.
So yeah, it's 21 days for Narjal. So the question is, do you guys want to just buckle down and get this stuff taken care of? Or do you want to like do some hit points and then undertake another, a spelunking? Or how do you want to approach this?
I would vote we do all of it, but pepper in some other things. I mean, what does a day of training look like? Is it?
It is, well, you guys have to you're spending the money on a very specific diet of high quality goods. You have to spend a good amount of the day doing exercises, meditation, and just kind of like wellness focus to, improve your constitution and your overall hardiness. So it is 8 hours a day of effort. And if you undertake any other strenuous effort during that day, you're going to ruin some of your work.
Okay, so we can't try to find subletters. But again, that's on him. So I think we've hired someone to replace the front door. And this is just me thinking out loud, but I think we've hired someone to replace the front door. We have the haunted house to live in. We just spend this amount of days doing our thing.
I mean, there's also the fact that, there's 5 of you.
Yeah.
And the haunted house is like a 2-room, space.
Yeah.
Whereas the guardhouse, you pretty much, you could all have a room here to at least some extent. And there's beds and there's furniture. Like this place is furnished.
Okay, then yeah, fuck the goddamn haunted house. Let's sublet that shit.
Not trying to twist your arm or anything, but there's a significant difference in the quality of the 2 places. This place, has training dummies. It's got bunk beds. You can convert areas into workshops. I'm sure you're already like looking in some of the cave area, like I could grow some mushrooms here.
I could grow mushrooms here for sure.
Slime.
And it's
you might even be looking at some of the natural flora that is present there as interesting cultures. But Yeah, so like I said, I'm not trying to twist your arm. I'm just thinking about, five uh five guys all with their own personalities, and they're, looking at the option of, well, we can live in this, what is it, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 room
Yeah.
guardhouse, or we could live in a 2 room flat that has a table and a wardrobe in it.
And it's 51 gold pieces for 61 days.
50 gold pieces per month, and each month is 61 days long.
Oh, so we should pay that. So that means we have 1881.
We
For
should
11.
move the wardrobe from the haunted house. There's a nice wardrobe, you guys.
Yeah, I was sleeping in that.
I'm down to do a little bit of a moving day. Me and Orthog have to do the most training. So y'all are free and loose, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have a month.
I want to be.
So you guys want to buckle down and focus on the retraining then?
That's cool with me.
Okay.
Yeah, let's buckle down. And then I'm gonna get an alchemy lab and make some alchemical stuff in the because I'm only retraining for 3 days. I have 1 hit point and a sick chain.
Okay.
We do some of the extracurricular activities. I'm becoming quite regular, and it is visit. It is downstairs time.
To your hole?
See you, Trevor.
I'm going to my hole.
Have
Don't
fun
get
in your
lost in the
hole,
pit.
dude.
I'm becoming a very regular person
Your
as my
your
diet gets
sister.
slightly better in my life.
We're all really proud of you.
Hey!
You're doing a great job, bud. Yeah, if these guys are retraining, I'm gonna take some more gold, purchase an alchemy lab, install it in the new digs, and start cooking some blue meth. Like,
Okay. Uh, all right. So Victor, you get yours done in 3 days. You get +1 hit point.
This helps my hip.
Click years takes 12 days. And yeah, I mean it does take 2 or 3 days before the repairman can get to doing the door. And then it takes them 2 or 3 more days. So on about 6th day, you guys have a front door again.
Noise.
He does ask if you want any of the other doors replaced or repaired in the building.
Is that a similar cost?
Well, I mean, the front door it was a double door. It was significantly larger. We can do the individuals for 4 gold apiece.
I say we do it.
How many are there?
There were 7. So 28 gold. He'll knock it down to 25 if you want to do all 7.
I'll dig it.
let's
I
do
say we
it.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm cool with it.
Backup money man isn't here. So we can just spend it as we wish.
Okay, so
Well-
that's total 34 gold for the doors.
Does he want to knock any more off if Uch or if Warthog moves it for him as part of his training? Action die?
Uh, That's not that's not part of your training. And I mean, he's got to go from he's got to measure them and cut them and prep them, and just taking you with him to carry it He and his guys can take care of it. It's not. You wouldn't be a significant improvement on the situation for carrying some doors. So after your 12 days, and let's see.
Mhm.
Anyway, so Victor, what are you trying to cook up?
Cure Light Wounds potion, more acid. Maybe something like some sort of. We're not talking like Uber Quench level strength, but yeah, I wasn't joking about the blue meth. Something to give somebody a hit of juice when they need it. Like, what are we?
Well, what do you have? What second level spells did you pick up?
I picked up Glitter Dust and Cure Moderate Wounds. Is that Otis?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me see what they're barking at.
Oh. Oh. I've got a little fern. I got a little fern. Say, Joe, do you need your blankie? Do you need your blankie, Snuggle Girl? Yes, you do. You're a sweetie girl. Mm. Where is she? Yeah, you need your blankie. Look at this little. She ran pretty hard today with the big dogs. She's just gassed.
Tuckered out.
Uh-huh. The puppy. The puppy crash. The zoomies and the crashies. You want to go back in your little cube? Yeah. Want to go back in there? Okay. She's not ready to come out yet.
I mean, there's always the option of putting a spell into a potion.
Yeah.
Does not look like the witch has access to, their standard like bull strength, bear's endurance, fox's cunning, that kind of stuff. Just check. Yeah. So, that said, I mean, making potions that cure light wounds would take you'd be able to make, I think, one of those a day. It would cost 25 gold to make each one. And you'd have to do the alchemy. Actually, that's technically a brew potion.
Yeah.
So you need the brew potion feat.
Gotcha.
Uh,
That craft alchemy does not.
yeah, you can make alchemical things like tanglefoot bags, alchemist acid, that kind of stuff. But to put a spell into a potion,
Gotcha.
root
That's its
potion.
own unique thing.
Yeah. So,
Well,
but there's, smoke sticks, sun rods, there's all kinds of
totally.
different chemical items that you can make that are, neat little and adventuring tools.
The
Uh,
Tanglefoot bag seemed pretty functional when it was used against us. Um, that was a good one. I'm gonna take this dog out really quick,
sure.
but I'm still on the Bluetooth. Hey,
Okay. Uh,
hey, little dog. Good girl. You want to go back in? Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, little pup. Let's go. Let's go. Little friend, come here. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, Olive, come. Come on. Come on in. Friend, come on. Get Olive. Get Olive. Here we go.
okay. Something that, might be worth your investigation would be seeing if you can acquire some scrolls to add to your familiar to expand your
Mm-hmm.
spell list. Um, First level scroll would cost you 25 gold pieces, and the second level would be 150.
Gotcha.
So if there's spells out there that you would be interested in acquiring that you do not have, that might be something you can spend some more of your time on. Uh, yeah, other than that, if you want to take some time and figure out, okay, what do you want to make with, your alchemy,
Mm-hmm.
then, look at what is available in the alchemical items list. And you basically just assume that it's going to cost you half as much as the sale price of the item to craft it.
Gotcha.
Uh, and then for most of them, you'd be able to make like one or two of them a day.
Okay.
Um, so, compile a list and, decide how much money you want to spend and, what you want to put your time and effort into. Uh, Flick, after 12 days, your training is done and dusted. You regain 4 hit points, or you gain 4 more maximum hit points. What are you going to do with your time once that comes to fruition?
I think Flick would get pretty bored after that's complete. Just kind of hanging around the house and knowing we're not getting into much. So I think I would um, try to take 10 gold from Narjal's wealth and take it back home. Just kind of check on things in the ghetto. Um, spend some time with the wife, and probably just like do some shadow puppetry in the streets. Get back to that bard life for a little bit.
And you said 10 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just whatever earnings I get from shows, I would just kind of drop all that off too, for
Are you
family
taking
fun.
into account that there's a general interest in laying low at this point?
I think I would totally forget that unless someone reminded me.
I might remind them.
if
If they
someone
hey, can I
reminds
have
me,
10 gold? I'll be like, yeah, sure. What are you gonna do? And you're gonna be like, I'm gonna get back into the bard life. I'll be like, you're a known quantity now.
certainly people will line up for days to see Flick perform.
They will try
Indeed.
to.
Only if I die.
Okay.
So okay, you're telling me not to go perform. That's
I don't.
what
I'm
I
saying
don't
be
think
cautious.
it's a good idea.
well, you two
I know.
are some Debbie Downers, and I see your point, but I'm going to be a little miffed about it.
That's
You
fair.
could practice a new show while you wait.
Fair. I will go home. I will not be performing in the streets. I will be just another person traveling, and I'll be back in a couple days, and I will start working on a new show.
Be very careful on your travels if you decide to leave the house.
So I'll pass without a trace as I leave, and make sure I've regained that ability to come back. In a day or two.
Okay, so you check back in every couple days?
I
Or
plan
are
on
you
just
just going out to check with your family and then you're coming back?
the latter, just staying for a couple days in the ghetto and then coming back.
Okay. 5 days after Sidian or Flick leaves to visit his family, someone comes to the guardhouse a knocking.
I'm too busy doing push-ups in the back.
I'm free. I answer the door.
You answer the door and it is Lo Shang or Lo Yang.
Lil Yang?
Dang.
Yes.
It's Lo Yang.
Yeah.
Well, hello,
Well,
neighbor.
yeah.
Hey,
It's a
hey,
beautiful day in the neighborhood. How can we help you?
look, there's something really weird happening.
Go on.
This and nobody really wants to talk about
In the cistern? I'm sorry, I'm getting
Yeah.
loud over here. Okay.
it. No one really wants to talk about it, but there's
Go
something in
on.
the cistern.
There's something in it? I'm doing this in the back. What do you mean there's something in it?
Well, it's strange because nobody really wants to talk about it. No one really wants to admit it, but I heard rumors about it before I started working, but now I know it's happened. And I mean, there's some danger involved. We gotta some of the guys have to walk around the edge of the cistern and like pull things out that aren't going to biodegrade or clog up the pipes or stuff like that. And if you slip and fall in there, it's about 50-50 if you can actually make it back out. Because it's not it's not necessarily swimmable. And if you get a mouthful of that stuff, maybe you don't want to live. So, I've seen people get fished out. It happens. And I saw someone, slip and fall in, and then they were gone. Um, but a couple of days ago, uh, one of the workers, um, Una, I heard her scream, and it looked like she slipped and fell in, but she was holding on to the edge around the cistern. And I was like, oh, good, she can pull herself out. And then she just like got sucked under. It looked like something yanked her in. She was holding on to that edge with all her might. And he looks at Victor and says, I mean, we're not the strongest things in the world, but we're also pretty small and light. Being able to pull ourselves out is no big deal for us. But she was struggling. So something had to be pulling her down. And then after she died, or after she was lost, I heard some of the other workers, talking about it. Like, oh, it got poor Una. And I asked them about it, and they didn't really want to talk about it. But I think there's something in there. And, I did a little bit more digging, and it kills one of us I don't know, every month or so.
By dragging you down into the muck?
I mean, I guess so. Like I said, it's a dangerous job. That area is all slippery as hell. If you're one of the ones who's there to drag the cistern, if you slip and fall in, like I said, you got a 50-50 shot of survival just, on your own merit. But apparently, that's not the only cause of fatalities on the job. So, I mean,
It
I
sounds like
didn't
a
know what to
bad
do about
death.
it. I didn't know what to do about it, but I figured you guys, you're basically, you're gung ho monster slayer, hero types. If there's I think there's a monster to slay.
Sounds as if we have a Sarlacc pit situation.
The cistern of Carcoon.
We will be needing a thermal detonator.
Yeah, working on that, Victor.
All right, I'll need the rest of our money.
Some,
A year.
some of Flick's gunpowder.
Uh-huh. I mean, yeah, let's do it. Let's go check out the cistern. Nasty.
Now,
I'm in.
just to clarify, this is the 17th day of training. So, Orthog and Narjal, if you don't train again tomorrow, you're going to lose the last 2 days of training. You'll basically blow 60 gold. So either you say, okay, we'll check on this day after tomorrow, or
It sounds like it's been killing people, Maybe we just tell Will Yang, stay away from that pit for the next week while we get our shit together.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
well, Yang says, it's my job. I can't not do it.
Well, call in sick so you don't end up calling in dead, bud.
Well,
You can't
I-
afford to lose Lil Yang. I think we put him on the payroll.
well, I'm not one of the I'm not one of the ones who drags the cistern anyway. So um, I'm more on the management of what they drag out of it, and there's some, the burn pits and some other. I'm mostly just a go for it at this point. But I'm just it just seems weird to me that everyone's so secretive and just like accepting of what's going on here.
Good Reverend Doctor. Maybe we can go do a little surveillance while our compadres finish their dietary regimen here.
Yeah, let's go
If-
check it out.
If you mention it to Narjal during the nightly dinner or whatever, can I make a knowledge roll?
I mean, just so I'm being clear about this, like you guys are on the 17th day. If you finish the 18th day, you get your 6th hit point, and then you can do whatever you want before you start up again.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure you understood that you weren't locked in for the entire block of time. You're locked in for 3-day increments. So if
Yeah.
you want to like finish your current 3-day increment and then go do something, that's totally fine. But I totally understand Narjal being a stick in the mud with a stick up his ass. That is like, nope, I decided I was going to do this, and that is what I'm going to do.
At least for 21 days. If Warthog wants to, make a decision after 21 days, but I already updated my character sheet.
I can't subtract a hit point.
No. I will say, can I make like a wisdom or something to see if because what I'm thinking, y'all, and let me know if you agree with this, is they're secretive about it and stuff. This guy's Lil Yang is relatively new to this job. He might not know that there is some sort of monster down there that is necessary for the aerobic waste treatment process. And if we go killing it, it could totally fuck up the way the entire city handles and treats its waste stream.
I think that's totally valid, and that's why I was suggesting me and Vic just go do a little light reconnaissance.
Sure.
Like go talk to some people. We're not jumping in there stabbing stuff. We're squishy folk, so we're gonna go have conversations.
Right,
I mean, I'd prefer to have our excrement expert with us
Fair.
You gotta wait 4 days.
make a knowledge shit check.
Can I make a knowledge shit check?
you can make a knowledge nature check.
All right. 24.
24.
Because maybe this is a mission of like, we're OSHA. And we're coming in and noting violations and having them put up like guardrailing instead of going in and killing the aerobic reactor.
Yeah, typically every D&D Pathfinder TTRPG I've ever played has like a safety session.
Yeah.
You've got your PPE on.
Are those steel toes or what?
Yeah, like maybe our role in this is to keep the workers safe in an administrative and engineering controls way.
Yeah, you hear that, YouTube?
To be
viewers?
fair, I
Safety
did
is
just
fine.
finish a project management course. Actually, Narjal, you mull this over after Lo Yang leaves and think about the situation, and after some time as you are doing your calisthenics and eating your kale salad, you recall at some point your mother telling you that the city uses ODUGs in their waste management.
Yes, and an ODUG is, of course,
Uh, you're not sure exactly. It would be something akin to a monster that literally eats rot. So it eats excrement, it eats rotten objects, it eats rancid meat. That's what it survives on.
Sarlacc.
Sorry, lad.
And you know, it was a passing comment that your mother made, 60 years ago.
mhm.
That was they're having trouble with the ODUGs in the cistern again. And, another 10, 15, 20 years later, you were, reading about some stuff and you read that ODUGs are, vile creatures that survive on rot.
And how big are they?
Pretty big.
See, this is what I'm saying. If we go kill the ODUGs, then they're gonna have more problems. I think this is an administrative, like maybe like a construction project that we better do.
I think it's something besides an Odiug. I think there's something nasty down there. Why is it eating live rat folk?
Also a fair point.
Better go check it out. Sounds like I better
Well,
brew up craft some anti-plague potions if we're gonna get close to this cesspit.
Probably not a
Orthog's
bad
good to go whenever Narjal wants to go, but Orthog would also let Flick and the good Reverend know.
Okay.
Go check it out.
So over breakfast on the 18th day, which you guys still need to like complete the 18th day to get your 6th hit point. You share with the rest of the group your, limited knowledge.
Yeah.
What is that? What do the rest of you want to do with that?
Oh, I wonder if we could hit the books. Read up on ODUGs. That saved our ass with the rice vampire.
Maybe we go talk to an adult.
At the cistern, at the site.
Yeah,
I like that too.
rumors and hearsay. This is, playground talk from our friend Lil Yang. Maybe a
That is true. He is not an adult.
a grown-up would have better insight into the nature of the beast. If this is just something they're living with, or
Yeah, I'm with that. Like maybe we just go talk.
finish your training,
Yeah.
complete your training, join me and rule a galaxy by my side. Dagobah system.
Oh God, here we go. All right. So, Flick and Vic, you guys want to go to the cistern and try to talk to somebody?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Narjal, are you done training? So it's just me left? Is that
No, he's got 3 more days. He's got 3 more days for his 7th hit point.
We'll
And then
do
he's
push-ups
done.
against each other. Join your hands to mine.
It's not all push-ups, dude.
And then we're pushing, we're
No,
giving and pushing
No.
away.
No, you do push-ups on my shell as I do push-ups underneath you. So
Today is a coffee enema.
Oh, okay. So we're just chatting. We're just chatting about our day as we get rinsed out.
I'm not gonna lie, Vic. It's probably a good time to get out of here for a day.
Yeah, man. Smells like shit everywhere.
this whole city.
mean, it always kind of does smell like shit. You guys are not
Yeah.
from the cistern. Um, so you head over that way. Um, and you do remember that Narjal had a buddy here that you spoke with last time, and he was the one that pointed you in the direction of Lo Yang.
Hmm.
But basically, the rat folk here are the worker bees, and the magistrates and engineers that oversee like the running of the place are mostly humans, and they
Tale as old as time.
they like visit but don't stick around.
Yeah,
There's
they
an
wouldn't.
office, but they don't want to like hang out here all the
Uh-huh.
time.
We've seen it all before. Them's the breaks.
Doc, I'm gonna let you take point on this one. Speak with your people. I feel like I might be more off-putting than helpful, at least in breaking the ice.
All right, well, let's see if we can find Narjal's contact.
I'll give you an action die if you remember his name.
It's
I
not
think I
coming
wrote
up.
it down, but my notes consist of just random acronyms with nothing defining it. So
Oh, you guys talking about similar black?
It's not gonna
Shablam.
happen. If
Sure,
it's not, I think
Greek.
that
I I know it's kind of not fair. Like if I was giving these people like Eastern European names, you'd be able to hold on to them better.
Yeah, well, Lo Yang is.
Yeah, Lo Yang,
Will
you're never gonna let go of.
Will Yang has like eclipsed any other name
Yeah,
associated with the cistern. The
for mayor.
Yeah, Will Yang
Chu
for mayor.
Cho Cho. Nope. Cho. I can't read that.
Choi Choi.
It's
Chopped
the
cheese.
old buddy
Shopping.
Show Ping. Yeah, that's what I said.
Chopin.
You were close. You were close.
Chopin.
Almost, almost. So two of you head down to the cistern and start looking for Shopping. Give me perception checks.
See if the Shop. Hmm.
Oh my god, my D20 just went across the room.
Is a 22 perception for the good Reverend Doctor.
Ba-ba-ba.
Otis just fell.
14.
So a group of adventurers and a cistern worker
Walk
enter
into
a
a bar.
supermarket. Now they walk into a supermarket, and the adventurers ask the cistern employee, "What are you doing here?" And the cistern employee says, "I'm shopping."
It's pretty good.
That's actually funny.
You know,
Stuart, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, Shopping, and I'm like, God, they're gonna make fun of this guy's name. No, you just latched on to Lo Yang.
Lo Yang.
Will.
Okay. So yeah, good Reverend Doctor, you do spot Shopping. And he is discussing something with two other workers. Looks like he's, basically kind of managing.
I give him the old Wingapo and catch his eye from across the hall.
Okay. Seems to be entirely focused on his work at the moment.
I clear my throat theatrically.
You're doing good.
After, 2 minutes or so, Another rat folk walks up to Shoping and grabs him and points at you guys. He rolled a natural one on his perception check.
Great.
He sees you and he comes over and he says, "Oh, you are friends with Narjal.
Yes.
Is everything okay?"
Well, we're hoping that you could answer that for us. Narjal's doing well, if that's what you're wondering. Yes. How are you?
I'm okay. Work is it's shit.
Isn't it just? Now, we've heard a rumor going around here that there are some dangerous working conditions in the shit pit. And I was wondering if you would be willing to talk about that with me.
Uh, uh, Work here it does have its set of risks. Um, was there something specific
Well,
you're
I'm not
talking
just
about?
talking about the diseases inherent in working with excrement. That's known. Uh, I'm talking about the deaths fairly regularly of rat folk tending the pit, seemingly being pulled in and not being able to get out. Is there some sort of creature, monster, curse, perhaps, afflicting the job site that you're aware of?
Um, his eyes narrow as you describe what you're asking about. And when you get to creature, he looks over his shoulder, scanning the surrounding area. Um, he spots Lo Yang, and there's a subtle sneer that he makes, and then he like puts his arm out and kind of like walks you to the wall, away from the rest of the workers, and he says, "As I said, there are risks with this job. And the creature that lives in the cistern is one of those risks. Now, it has a specific taste, and so long as you don't come to work with open sores or, some form of rot on your body, it generally will leave you alone. However, if you get injured in the line of work, there's a good chance you will get infected, and before you can heal of your wound, well, it catches the whiff. And there are some workers who would rather take the chance than miss the day of work and the wages that they take home.
Is this creature's existence vital to the functionality of the cistern itself, or could we remove it?
I have been told that it is important. And I have reported, especially recently with Yuna's death, I reported it um, to the site manager, and he informed me that, well, we just don't have the resources to properly, what did he say? Discipline the creature.
Oh,
Curious.
so it needs a stern talking to.
I don't know. I have only seen the thing once, and it was only a fleshy tentacle that slithered out of the muck, wrapped around the ankle of one of the workers, and pulled it in. And I have been here for well over a decade. It's the only time I actually saw the creature itself. But it has killed probably around 15 workers in that time.
Do you think it's possible for us to have a meeting with the site manager to discuss this creature?
Said no one ever before in a D&D game.
We're no ordinary.
I'm gonna have to check my Outlook, guys.
Go ahead and reach out.
I believe that would be possible. He only shows up at the start and end of every day. Well, in the morning for the morning shift change and for the afternoon shift change.
That manager knows how to manage.
I think mostly he just does not want to stay in the atmosphere.
Mhm.
His name is Deng Wei.
Dang way.
Dengue fever, more like.
More like get out of the dang way and let me discipline this monster. Am I right, Vic?
Absolutely. High five. Whoosh.
So, yes, if you want to speak with him, I'd come back mid-afternoon.
And this is the perfect two party members to speak with him. Definitely not the weirdest.
I'm a rat.
We got this. I'm just a chill little guy.
Okay, I go back to the warehouse.
A little spider gremlin.
I'm doing push-ups. Now at this point I'm doing squats on Orthog's shell.
When I see you doing the squats, I do say I was getting worried about your legs. Your upper body was looking a little bigger than the lower with all the push-ups you've been doing.
I take this time to craft as many sticks of incense as the time interval will allow, as a gift for our person we're talking to who doesn't like the smell of the cistern. We're gonna butter him up.
Well, I mean, for sticks of incense, I'm gonna say it's not, it's not an exceptionally difficult alchemy thing. It's like, how much you're gonna put into it. Like expensive incense is made of expensive, you know, uh, reagents.
You gotta get that good dupe.
So I'm just gonna say, how much money do you spend on this incense?
10 gold.
10 gold? Okay.
Is that from the group coffers or is that from your own personal stash?
Personal.
Okay. Things are getting a little expensive over here.
Okay, easy, trainee boy.
You're the backup coin man, okay?
We've spent 2,300 gold
We.
since we were given control.
Great, absolutely. It's good. I got this sick chain. I'm making good ass incense.
That's like $230,000, and we've been at it for 18 days.
Worth it. Again, what's the money for? You can't take it with you. Those
Well,
hit points are going to come in handy.
Look at my
Yeah.
boy, just fucking got the drip on and smelling like a stud right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
good, feeling
you
good.
give me an alchemy check.
Alchemy, I get a plus 18.
18 total?
18 total.
Okay. Yeah, you craft yourself some incense. Uh, it smells lovely,
Delightful.
and you head down to the cistern mid-afternoon in hopes of meeting Deng Wei.
Quick, let's go.
Roll out.
You get down to the cistern and you see a human man with a half-orc assistant. And the half-orc assistant is taking little wooden sticks from each of the workers. And that's basically they're time tracking their punch card sort of thing. They're given a wooden stick with a marker on it when they come in for their shift, and they return that stick at the end of their shift. Um, and yeah, and the human is wearing basic like low tier magistrate clothes, like he's an official, a city official. And then the his assistant is wearing, what would function as a he's not quite a government official, but he's a government worker. So he's wearing a similar, picture a I don't know the Chinese terms for their clothing, but like a robe, something you'd see in
Always
an
two,
old
a
kung fu show.
master and an apprentice. All right, we see him clocking in the working man. Um, they're doing their thing.
And you can tell that the human, none of this can go fast enough for him. He seems extremely impatient.
Vic, let him finish his let's let him finish his job first, and maybe we can catch him on the way out and have a quick combo.
Absolutely. We position ourselves.
Burning sticks of incense.
Well, we have. I
I thought
have
they
it.
were going to be gifts. I don't think he's going to set them on fire.
So here's the thing. Here's what we're doing. I have 10 sticks of incense. Is that what we're saying, Dan?
Sure.
Baker's dozen, huh?
I mean, that's some nice ass incense. If you spent 10 gold to make it and only made 10 sticks.
Oh yeah, it's like saffron and
Good ass incense. Okay, so we're saying Baker's dozen.
jasmine oil.
Bingo. We position ourselves by the door, and or by the exit to the area, and I fire up one stick of incense. Just, set the tone, set the mood in the room.
Set the mood in the cistern.
Absolutely. These guys don't want to be here. They do want to smell this incense.
Um, you see the process. Looks like it's starting to wrap up. You light the stick of incense, and maybe 20 seconds later, the official turns around and he's obviously like sniffing the air, and spots you and begins to approach. When he does, the half orc with him starts to hurry up, wrapping up with the last two rat folk and trying to catch up with his master. The man approaches and says, What are you doing? Do you work here?"
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. You must be Deng Gui. I was hoping we could have a conversation.
I am Deng Wei. Why are you burning incense here?
Well, I think you'll agree. It doesn't smell very nice. I think you'll also agree this incense smells quite good.
Well, it's a quite bit better than the natural ambiance of the area, but I feel like you're wasting your effort.
Well, there's wasting and then there's wasting. Dengwei, I'm a doctor. And I was hoping we could have a little chat about the disease that's infecting the cistern here. Um, I hear that it can be quite lethal, and I was hoping I could offer my services to cure it.
He looks at the half orc. He says, "Has there been another outbreak?" And the half orc just shakes his head and yeah, has no idea what he's talking about. Uh, I'm not aware of anything that's been passing amongst the gutter plague recently. They're usually fairly resistant.
Well, maybe I was a little too metaphorical. The beast within the pit, metaphorically, is a plague upon these good rat folk, and I hear that it needs some discipline. What can you tell me about that?
He gives you a very stern and investigative, look, and then he turns to his assistant and starts, whispering in hushed tones with him. You can give me perception checks if you want to try to hear what they're saying.
That one, Flick is beatboxing in the corner, not paying any attention.
15
15.
total.
Um, you get like a, you know, uh, you don't so much get words, or you don't get phrases, but you get enough words to kind of piece together that he's telling the assistant he wants to know who's been talking. He turns back to you and he says, "Listen, I don't know where you get your information, but the operation of this cistern is necessary for the safety and hygiene of the city."
Oh, absolutely. I'm just worried about the safety of the rat folk that are operating it. Um,
Well, I assure you the risk is quite minimal, but without their sacrifices, tens of thousands would be in risk of disease and infection.
Dangway, we are representatives for a adventuring group, up and coming. We're subsidiaries of the Golden Embers Guild, and we're just looking to, make this area a better place. We're in the area. I We are hopeful that everyone can benefit from some action taken to resolve this matter. We do understand, and we do not mean to impact the operation of the cistern. We only want to make it a bit safer for those that keep our city clean.
Let me understand this. You are a group, you represent a group of mercenaries that's interested in doing pro bono work for the sake
we're
of ratlings.
we're your neighbors. We live in the neighborhood, and we like a nice neighborhood where our neighbors aren't being murdered at their job. Now, I'm prepared to make you a handsome gift of this beautiful incense that I've lovingly handcrafted with my own two paws. If you'll just tell us how we can help out here on the block.
So then your answer to my question was yes.
Well, if you want to be, yeah, fine.
I think, I mean, we could discuss a fair manner of compensation if that's on the table, but our primary concern is the safety of the workers.
Draw your weapons.
He when you say compensation, he visibly sighs, and he says, the budget for this quarter is rather tight. We might be able to provide some dispensation. I can assure you it is not worth the danger that you will be taking on. But if you want to be, and he looks back at Victor, neighborly, then your kindness, I'm sure the gutter plague would be very accepting of such generosity. He looks over to his assistant and he says, do we have any room in the budget? And he says, oh, I'd have to move some things around, check some numbers, but I might be able to find something. Says, well, I suppose you can check in with with the rest of your mercenary crew, and if you want to come back tomorrow, and speak with Bilgun, my assistant here, he will inform you what we are willing to offer for your services. I will say there will be no room for negotiation on that. And he looks down at Good Reverend Doctor and says, I understand you have sympathy and familiarity with the workers here, and I am very sorry that members of your kind have to make such sacrifices for the city, but it is unfortunately necessary.
Well, we'll just see about that. Thank you. I can't wait to meet with Dugan. And I hand him one stick of the incense that I've crafted. And I say, and if you play your cards right, there's more where that came from.
He takes the one stick and he kind of like looks at it and he thank you for the gift. He slides it inside of his robe, gives the two of you a quizzical look, and says, yes, as I said, meet with Bilgan sometime tomorrow.
I went to high school with a guy named Bilgun from Mongolia.
Bilgin?
What?
Half orcs have Mongolian names.
Ah, that's nice.
What's his name?
Bilgun Hur of Sirin is his name.
Was it Dugan?
His is Bilgan Naran Batar. Well, it's actually Naran Batar Bilgan, but
Okay.
You said Dolph Lundgren?
Bilgin.
Ilgun. If it's anything
Bilgum.
that's it. You got it.
Bilgin?
Bilgun.
Bilgum.
Bilgin.
Gum.
No, he's bilging out the cistern. That's his role. Nominative determinism.
Well, look at you, Mr. Fancy Words.
You know, name for the job he got. All right. Well, let's go get
We get
Yeah,
Narjo and Orthog
we'll
out
go
of their
talk to the gang.
schwitz, out
Uh,
of their little like bro puddle.
Sweaty.
Belgium. What time would you prefer to meet tomorrow? Do you have a preference?
Oh, we're gonna meet Belgium.
Uh, so like, uh, so like you kind of he leaves following Dengue, and you kind of like follow after him and ask, and he says, I'll be here in the morning to do the shift change. Uh, Honestly, it looks like I'm going to have to stay here until you come to see me. So the sooner you come, the sooner I can leave and handle my other responsibilities.
Bright and early then.
We won't stop for coffee on the way. That
All
was a
right.
joke, son.
You're calling people son now?
Talking to a half orc who's like 7 feet taller than you. I think it's great.
Flick's really getting comfortable with
You
himself.
know, you gotta son these low level bureaucrats. They get so full of themselves in their shit detail. Cut them down to size, Flick. Absolutely.
Vic, we got to go
Okay.
home. I got a feeling this is spiraling.
What'd you say, Sonny?
Don't worry, Flick. We're gonna bring him some incense. He's gonna love it. Okay, let's go back.
All right.
And I am gonna craft some anti-plague because we're gonna need it.
You know, Doc, I just realized we didn't really get a thumbs up or thumbs down on if we should kill this thing.
I think we just gotta rough it up a little bit. When I hear discipline,
Maybe Bilgan will tell you.
maybe,
maybe-
Bilgan.
The good
Maybe-
reverence old.
We
The
just
good
make
reverence
a
from the
note
old South.
to
Yeah.
ask.
All I know is Bilgan Purav Surin was the largest 16-year-old I've ever met in my entire life.
That's funny because Nunez Bukala was the largest 16-year-old
Okay.
I was aware
Right.
of. Actually, Troy DeFeo was, but he was just round.
Yeah. No, Bilgun was like, he looked like a fucking 35-year-old maintenance worker.
When
Oh, dude.
Nunez was like 16, 6'2", 230 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Linebacker.
Dominic Cucurella.
Yeah.
He looked like he was 46 and he was 16. Like the classic male pattern baldness, like like 6'3", 250. He always bought beer for us. They never carded him. They thought he just got off like, work down at the mine.
Dude, buying beer without being ID'd 5 years before you're allowed to do that is a fucking move.
Flex. Yeah.
Is it a flex though? Like, because me and Glenn used to have a friend, Jacob Lee, and same situation. We go into a gas station. I'm just like, dude, they're gonna card you. He took his hat off when he set his beer down. The guy saw his bald ass head and never carded him. Is that a flex?
Amazing.
He goes AD and goes
So good.
fucking 16-year-old kid. Well, whatever old he was, 18, I guess.
Bald as shit.
Amazing.
So when I was 17, my girlfriend asked me to buy her cigarettes because I looked older than she did. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I tore a corner off of a dollar bill and I slid it in between the plastic and my driver's license over the 1 in 12.
Yeah, okay.
So that it looked like I was born in February instead of December. And since it was like March or April, that would have made me 18.
Yeah.
So I go in there I ask for a pack of cigarettes. They ask for my ID. I show them my ID. They look at it, come outside. All right. They sell me the cigarettes. I come outside. I hand them to my girlfriend. I'm like, there's no 31st day of February.
Nice.
Oh dang.
Like, well, I was clever and they were stupid.
My friends used to always send me in because I had this bad habit. I don't have it anymore of keeping like receipts in my wallet. And they would be like, when you produce your wallet, that looks like a grown man's wallet because it's full of a bunch of pieces of paper. And it works. I could buy cigarettes without getting ID'd. And then I had my brother's old ID for buying booze. I was the booze buyer. But people swore that it's just like I had this fucking massive like back pain style wallet with
The Costanza.
video games in it.
My dad had that same brick wallet, and he was always carrying around at least like $300 in it. I'm like, why are you carrying around $300? And this is 300 in 1990s money, people.
Yeah.
And now I have a brick wallet and there's $800.
I mean, see, there you go.
And I'm like, how did this? You just become your father.
There's some Jeremy George too. He's always got like we would like finish working, after doing the M&T construction. And yeah, he'd be like, all right, it's the end of the day. And he'd just open up his wallet and just pay me in cash, whatever it was that day. And I'm like, you just always have cash on you? He's like, yeah. All right. You must like make a bunch of visits to the bank. It sounds like a huge waste of time to me.
My dad said always had to have enough money to bribe a cop.
Yeah. Fair.
There you
He
go.
said, not that you necessarily will need to bribe a cop, just aim for that amount.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Lick and the good Reverend Doctor, you guys return to the guardhouse. And,
Absolutely.
Narjal and Orthog are just preparing their protein shakes for their to cap off their workout for the day.
I've got snails attached to the under my eyes.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
what's that doing? What's this about?
Skincare.
Orthog had them too, but he ate them.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was literally about to say I would eat those.
I
Delicious.
said Korean skincare.
Classic. Great. I'm gonna craft some anti-plague potion or tinctures.
What's the news?
All right.
We got a gig, boys.
Quick, fill them in.
Good Reverend Doctor, that's going to be 25 gold pieces per. Are you going to craft 4?
I'm gonna craft 4, but don't I get a break for making them?
Well, I mean, it's 50 gold if you want to buy them. So you are getting it's half price to make them.
Are those funds looking?
And the craft DC is 25.
Oh boy.
So you're gonna have to make 4 25 alchemy checks. 4 checks. 4 DC 25 alchemy checks.
I assume everyone wants anti-plague.
Is there any way I can assist with that? I don't have any ranks in like alchemy, so maybe not. But
Give me a +1 to a skill check. You got
I mean, you can attempt to be his assistant if you can roll a 15 in your alchemy check.
inspire competence.
what about
That's a thing I
guidance?
can do now.
Yeah, you can do that.
Hit me with guidance. Buff me up.
Hang on, I got to read this one. I think it's like a +2.
I think it should be +3. Isn't it? It's okay. Could be
Let me look.
+2, could be +3. I don't remember. Yeah, it's 2.
+2.
+2.
Yep.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
What kind of bonus does guidance give?
Gives a +1 competence bonus to a single attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
It won't stack with inspire competence, which is also a
Okay,
competence.
gotcha. Well, I'll just take it from flight. +2. Okay, number 1. It's a 2 on the die. That's not going to do it.
Hmm.
Wow, great. Second one. It's a 3 on the die. That's not going to do it.
No.
12 on the die. +2. It's not gonna 12 is not gonna do it. Damn, Gina. So close.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Action die close. You got 4 of them things.
Action. Oh yeah, action die. Can I add a D? Is that a D6?
D4.
D4.
D4?
D6 when you guys get to level 5.
Nice. That's a 4. Uh,
Blows up,
um,
baby.
so that is, oh yeah. Well, I mean, I got it. I'm at 26. Add 3, so 29. 1.
29. So that's one success.
1 success. Also a 12. Let me throw action die at it.
There you go.
It's a 2 on the die.
Pretty good.
That is okay.
And then
12
25.
or 16. What's your adder?
My craft bonus is 9.
25.
25.
Bingo. 2.
That's it, right? 2
And
fails.
that was 4. 2 successes, 2 fails.
Okay, well, do you just want to keep on going until you get 4 or what?
I mean,
I'm gonna say when you fail, you lose half of what you're working with. So you made 2 fails, so you lost 25 gold pieces worth of stuff.
okay,
So
let's go.
okay.
I think we could all really use this because it sounds like we're gonna get sick as fuck if we're gonna be making fortitude saving throws against whatever this thing is covered in plague. 19 on the die. There we go. Now you're
Okay.
talking.
Wash them
And,
windows.
and 14 on the die. There we go. Now you're talking.
Okay. Alrighty. So that cost you 125 gold pieces.
Worth it.
Is that personal or
No, that's the group. I'm making this for you guys.
125 gold?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
And anti-plague, you get a +5 alchemical bonus on fortitude saving throws against disease for the next hour.
So,
So you're gonna want to drink them up before you go in.
absolutely.
So I guess it's Narjal. Are you willing to forego your last day?
My last day? No, it's my last
Or
day.
your last hit point.
No.
Okay.
Can you just do it after?
But he's not leaving for 3 more days.
We can go meet Belgium and work out the deets and then go back.
Sure. All right, we'll go talk to Bilge.
Okay.
I've
So-
already edited the characters.
You go to meet Bilgan the next morning. He takes you into his office, and you see that inside this office there are a bunch of like dried aromatic plants that are like hanging in the office to try to mitigate the cistern stench. He says, first, I'm Naran Batar Bilgan. It's good to meet you. And he
good to
offers
meet-
his hand.
I hold out my paw. He's a half orc.
Yeah.
I
So
shake
he
his.
just kind of like wraps his hand around your paw
Uh-huh.
and gives it a gentle, cautious shake.
City and Flick. Most folks just call me Flick. Pleasure to meet you.
And he, shakes your, weird,
Hands this
twig
long.
finger thing. Um, he says, so Magistrate Dengwei informed me to look to see what we could offer, and basically all I can scrape out of the budget is 200 gold pieces.
Sounds totally reasonable. Now, what information can you offer us?
Um, basically, what you'll need to do, and this is extremely important, that you do not kill the Otyugh. It is necessary in the, filtration and management of the waste in the cistern. Um, it understands common somewhat, but if any of your mercenary company speaks Aklo, it understands that quite a bit better.
I am fluent.
All right.
He gives you like a really curious look and says, "Good then." So you will want to uh, beat it somewhat. It needs to. It doesn't respect anything that can't do it significant harm. And then you're going to want to tell it that it needs to stop attacking the workers, or beatings will continue. And he looks through some sheets and says, the beatings will continue until morale improves. um, the In order to draw it out, you're going to need to get some rancid meat. That's
Okay.
what it's basically candy to the creature. It can't help but go after it. And that's why we tell the gutter plagues that they cannot work when they have an open sore. It is far too dangerous, but they don't listen, and we're not going to do full body searches on every one of the workers before they come to work every day.
That would
So
be way too
while
sexy.
I'm heartfeltly sad in the loss of Yuna, she was a very nice young lady. I can almost guarantee you that she had a wound somewhere on her body that was infected, and if she had known better, or she'd done what she was told to do, she wouldn't have put herself in the situation. It happens, and there's nothing we can do to protect people from themselves. They're working with, and they are aware that this is necessary.
We're gonna beat the shit out of it.
Well,
I get it.
I suppose that is what would come out. But yes, make sure you do not kill it.
Oh
Because
no.
if you kill it, the 100 gold piece compensation for your effort will quickly turn into a several thousand gold piece fine.
The guy that kills things uncontrollably is having a crisis of conscience about doing that and will not be joining us. Don't you
I
fret.
suppose that's good.
Absolutely. Uh,
You're a
Thank
bit too
you.
honest.
Well, I held my tongue when you started blaming the individuals for the systemic failings of your rickety bureaucracy. Maybe next time budget in some preventative maintenance in the form of beatings for the beast that you keep leashed in the cistern. But until then, I hand him an incense. This is for you. Now, don't go burning it all in one place. And there's more where that came from.
He says, I understand your frustration, but normally to hire a mercenary group to undertake this task costs several thousand gold pieces. And it's just not within the sanitation budget to do that on a yearly basis. So at best, we can only afford it every 5 or so years. If
Well,
you are willing to make this effort on behalf of the workers here, then I appreciate and I respect that. But unfortunately, sometimes there's only so much you can do with the resources you have at your disposal.
oh, absolutely.
Belgium, we will reconvene with our group, and our expectation is to begin our assault in 3 days' time.
Then I will schedule that as a down day for the. Are you certain of that?
Fairly certain, Victor. Can you corroborate my
We
assumption
have
here?
we have firm verbal commitments.
All right. Well, then I will. I will tentatively schedule 3 days from now as a down day. You could come by tomorrow and give me hard confirmation that that would be the intended date.
Certainly.
Rock hard.
It's appreciated.
I like Milgan.
He's a cool dude. Cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's all, then I will see one of you tomorrow morning and your entire mercenary group in 3 days.
Affirmative.
Sounds like a done deal.
And he reaches out to shake hands again. There's another awkward exchange of handshakes. He gives a short bow and then excuses himself. Well, ushering you out of the office.
Great. We're gonna have to bring him some of Narjal's most aromatic fungus.
Let's go confirm with the gang. 3 days is adequate. And you and I, Vic, don't really have much else going on. Maybe we could hit some books on some do's and don'ts with this creature in the meantime. I'm thinking maybe a quick visit to the Temple of Payana or something.
To the public library?
To the library. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Mm? Mm?
All right. We'll just kind of move through some of this stuff so that we don't waste a bunch of time. We can get the combat done before the end of the night. You meet with Bilgan the next morning, confirm the down day. You go to the Temple of Payana and ask to do some research. They're willing to help you out after your efforts with the Jiangxi. Give me. This is going to be actually knowledge dungeoneering is what you need to. It's the skill check you need to do for aberrations.
24.
Okay.
21.
21.
Dang, boy.
Okay. All right.
Intelligence modifier.
So the Otyugh is basically a large fleshy body with 3 legs and 3 tentacles. At the end of one tentacle is a clump of eyeballs at the end of, and the other two tentacles are like they're prehensile, manipulators. The its center fleshy body is mostly mouth, and it will eat just about anything that is rotten, fetid, or otherwise, and it will also eat fresh meat, including humanoids, if if the situation becomes you know such that that makes sense. Um, its bite does convey a disease, filth fever, uh, which I mean, I'll just you so you guys did pretty, you both did well uh on your knowledge checks. So I'll go ahead and tell you the save for this is DC 14 Fortitude.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that the +5 from the anti-plague is, get you like a third of the way there. Uh, so you know, you'll go in knowing exactly how hard you have to make the save.
Bingo.
If you fail the save, it does dexterity and constitution damage.
Someone had it earlier in the campaign, didn't
Was it this campaign or the last campaign?
they? It was, right? Yeah, might be wrong.
Um, Other than that, yeah, it will attack with its tentacles and bite with its mouth. And last of all, it prefers to communicate via its scent glands. Most of its scents that it conveys are, you know, unpleasant scents. If if you smell like rotten apples, that's saying that it's hungry or that it's, interested in attacking. What you are looking for is if you smell ammonia, then that means that it wants to talk, that it doesn't want to fight anymore. So you're probably going to want to beat on it until you smell piss.
Okay.
Easy
Eat
enough.
its pants. It's
Do
three-legged
they
pants.
got any resistances?
Um, doesn't really have any.
Sweet. I make 2 acid-infused tonics in preparation for the fight. Okay.
Dan, how do you spell OTUG? I want to look this thing up just to see a picture of it because this just
Otyugh. It is fairly classic of a D&D monster.
yeah, this thing looks wicked. That's cool.
It's just hanging out in the poop.
Yuck.
Look at that
Barf.
dude.
Yeah. Nasty.
Alrighty. So, on the 22nd day, it's the 21st day is the last of Narjal's preparations. You guys have to fight the Otyugh.
Ooh. There it is.
Whoa.
Oh,
A
cool.
real shit
That's
hit.
super cool.
That is really, really cool.
Did you make
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Nice. Can I touch
Shit
it?
colored slime. Yep.
Sweet.
Can you eat it?
No.
Peanut brittle.
It's made out of Elmer's glue and borax.
That's sick, man.
So the Elmer's glue I think is fine, but the borax probably is not going to be good for your digestion.
Yep.
Yep, accurate.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, once we get everyone placed, we get a fucking photo of this shit.
I was about to say, yeah, somebody send a picture to Aaron of this because this is pretty cool.
Yeah, just for today, I actually made the shit colored slime today.
Hell yeah.
Bars.
That might be a little bit more fun to look at. What do you think?
Yeah, that looks better.
Bingo.
Oh wait, there's no battle time. There's only Orthog.
Yes.
So, Orthog, game plan real quick. You hit that thing with your club until you smell ammonia, okay? And then stop hitting it with your club.
Flick, I assume that you cast Shillelagh into a ring in this intervening 3 days we've been dicking around the warehouse.
That would be Narjal. Narjal would have to do that.
I can do that.
Narjal, I assume you did that.
On the D before.
The
On the D.
the
I forget, what does Shillelagh add? I'm assuming that's coming.
It turns the damage of your club into 3d8, I think.
Okay.
So instead of 1d10, you do 3d8.
Pretty good.
And also whoops. For your knowledge, Mr. Paladin, the Otyugh is just a creature that, lives by its nature. It is not evil. So while it might do things that you think are evil, it's just eating.
Yeah, I kind of understood that going in, but I'm glad you clarified it because I would have said smite, but yeah, I understand it just exists doing its job. But smiting it with Shillelagh would be pretty cool.
All right. So, you do remember that you have something you need to prepare before you go.
rancid meat.
Yeah. And you're probably going to have to spend like 2 or 3 gold on this because, you're not like making one, fillet. You got to bring in like a ham hock or something.
3 gold. Sound good to everybody?
A sack of meat.
It eats people with cuts on it. It's fun.
Well, rancid meat, sack of meat, rotten meat.
Well, the rancid meat is saying it's like the guy was saying it's like candy, so it's like a surefire way to get it going.
Yeah. It's intelligent enough to understand language, but it is still very stupid and easily manipulated. And it has a hard time controlling its urges when it has not been adequately beaten into submission. All right. So, you guys come into the cistern. You see the layout. How do you want to approach this?
I think we got to use that rancid meat as bait right up by the edge.
Exactly. Wait, have we taken our potions or whatever to make sure we're like the bonus is up?
Let's drink the potion.
Suck those potions
Good
down.
call. Actually, Glenn, Orthog has divine health, which means he's immune to all diseases all the time.
Okay, I was going to ask about that, so I appreciate that.
Well, I
So you-
greedily drink a potion.
Yeah. So you can hand one of those anti-plagues back to Victor, and he can save that for a rainy day.
And
I accept.
that adds +5, right, though?
Doesn't matter to you. You're immune to disease.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I would still have to roll to like beat it.
No, you're just good.
You're just good.
Okay. Man, that is really shit. That looks like a cistern full of shit. Okay. So, I mean, how do you guys want to do this? I'm not, like I'm waiting to react to you guys.
I will
Orthog?
I'll take the meat and put it directly, the 2 pillars right there. I'll put it in that little trough area, like toss it over. I'll stand far enough back, right? But I'll like stand back and throw it in.
Put the meat right there.
Yeah, I don't want it to
This
get
thing
a
on
jump
here.
on.
I'm gonna climb up on the little plinth. Stand on it.
Those are columns that reach to the ceiling.
I'm not gonna climb on one of those. I'm gonna use one as soft cover. Hard cover.
I'll do the same thing with the other one, Dan.
Sweet, cool.
Norgel? Right there.
Before I toss it, I do. I mean, might as well buff up. I say, is there a song of the sewer flick?
Oh, is there a song of the sewer? I can sing a song now, Orthog, but it will pale in comparison to the song I will write after this exploit reaches its marvelous finale. And I can go ahead and start, I guess. Well, I'm probably going to wait and do Bardic until we start because I don't have a ton of time for it. But I do say that because it's badass.
All right. Just want to make sure we're all.
I know
I
my
mean,
role.
you can start singing now and, weave in magic with your bardic performance later.
Touche. Touche.
Not
This song
everything you sing is magic.
That's fair. This song is called Shit Kickers.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to put meat like right about there, your rancid meat?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. All right. You like all of it?
I get
You think like the whole bag
how much-
there?
it's like candy, right? So you can just
Make a trail, lure it out.
Yeah,
Oh.
like dribble it up to like in between the pillars or something.
Like
Yeah,
GQ with Reese's Pieces.
yeah. Bring it out. So how many pieces do we have? Like 3, I would assume. I don't know.
Like that?
We
Yeah,
spent
now-
good gold on that meat. Yeah, get it out there.
We can.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because then it could come. I like that. Can I reposition to about right there
Sure.
if that's the case?
All right. So you lay out a trail of rancid meat, and then you wait. And after about 5-10 minutes, you see a tentacle curl up the side of the edge and wrap around that first chunk of meat. And as soon as it kind of like has it, you see these barbs come out of the tentacle, skewer the meat, and it yanks it back into the sludge.
Okay. Seeing that happen, I stay where I'm at and ready myself to smack the shit out of the tentacle if it comes to the next sack of meat.
Okay. All right. After about 2 or 3 minutes, you see that tentacle start to slither back up.
I
And
would like to add, my shillelagh's going, so I just want that to be said.
remember that if you pass that, it only lasts for 10 rounds.
We
So if
haven't
you
went into
cast it
initiative yet.
prematurely, it's going to be over before you get to use it.
Bingo.
Okay. Well, wait.
You're gonna
Yeah.
want to wait until like we start combat.
I just imagined it would pop up, but yeah, I do. I don't want to waste it, but I'm ready to hit it.
Okay. So you so you see the tentacle come back up and it starts like searching around that area where the first piece of meat was, looking around, and then you see a second tentacle come up and also start feeling around. And then you can see just cresting the sludge of the sewage, a clump of eyeballs on a third tentacle scanning the area. Um, and it sees you. It looks a little cautiously at you, uh, but then it starts to pull itself up on the edge, and it begins to reach for that second piece of rancid meat.
And can I interject?
Sure.
I would like to cast command on the creature,
Okay.
and I would like to command it to approach.
Okay. What is the saving throw for that?
Will.
Yeah, the it got a 19.
Can I put an action die on my spell level save DC?
Uh, I
No.
mean, you can use an action die to get in, spell focus enchantment.
Uh-huh.
It would up the DC by 1. You'd have to get it
Mm,
to 20.
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
You just remember, like, if the number that you have is a static number, you can't roll to add your action die to it. You can only
Gotcha.
roll to add your action die to other things that you rolled.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if I let you guys add action dice to spell DCs, then I get to add action dice to spell DCs, and you don't want that to happen. Yeah, that's fair. All right. So I guess this is going to cue Orthogs ready to action.
Yeah.
And then we'll have everyone roll for initiative. So Orthog, give me an attack roll.
All right, that'll be a 19 to hit.
And that will hit.
All right, and that will be 1d10. And that will be 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And I say, you will obey us. You are my lesser.
Anyone over a 10?
I got a 16.
Hold on, sorry, I didn't roll. Oh, I got 11.
11. Or Nargle? 10. And Victor?
8.
Okay. All right. Lick, you're up first.
I start Bardic Inspiration. Exactly that.
That's that's always +1, or I can't see it.
Yeah, +1 to attack rolls and damage.
Yep. Just want to make sure I'm right.
I think that's all I can do besides moving, and I don't really feel a need to move. So I think that's it for me, Dan.
Okay. Orthog.
I hit it again.
Okay. At this point, you can hit it again, or you can activate the shillelagh so that your
Oh,
next
shit.
hit is going to be 3d8 instead of 1d10.
Yeah, I activate the shillelagh.
Okay. So that's a standard action. That's all you can do this round. Okay? Okay. Narjal.
I imbue my casting of grasping vine with acid. And I grasp some vine.
Give me a combat maneuver check.
Uh, 19.
Okay, that is not going to do it.
Action die.
Okay.
20.
Not going to do it.
Action die. 22.
Not going to do it.
Action die.
Yes.
Hot
Burn 'em,
committed.
I
baby.
used my shit, you know.
Hot
I
committed.
imbued it. Where was that at 22?
Yeah.
23.
That.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, your action die. They had to work for that one, man.
Wow.
Okay, give me the acid damage.
24. 4. Max damage, baby. What's up?
And now it lasts for 3 rounds.
Yes.
Okay, on the Odiug's turn. Well, it can't move because it's grappled, but it can reach.
I'm the poop master.
So it's going to make 2 tentacle attacks on Orthog. And the first one is a 10, that's going to miss, but the second one is a 25.
That hits.
Okay. So you take 9 points of damage and you're immune to, well, that's, sorry. My bad. Wrong die. Take 3 points of damage. And what is your combat maneuver defense?
It is 15.
Okay, with a 26 grapple attempt, you are grappled. And it drags you to it where it bites you.
Oh my gosh.
And that does not pierce your shell.
Oh,
But
we're
at
gonna
this point, you are just kind of like wrapped into one of its tentacles and kind of over the cistern slop.
All right.
Victor.
Sorry, Jen just got home. I want to hex it with slumber.
Okay. That's another will save.
Yes, slumber is a will save.
Okay. It fails and it starts to slump and sink into the sludge, dropping Orthog into the soup.
No, how does he get dropped into the soup?
Because when you grapple, you occupy the same space.
Okay, but it's grappled though.
Yeah, but it did release Orthog, but now
Okay,
he's
good.
swimming in shit.
But he's a turtle and he's immune to disease.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm good. I'm good. He just started, I'm fine. I'm fine, guys.
Good.
It's good.
Guys, I'm good.
Flick.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to look up the grease spell. My thoughts here, Dan, is could I grease Orthog? Not that it so that he's at a disadvantage, but so it would make the grapple attempts by this creature harder on him.
Yeah, that works.
Then that's what I would like. to do.
Okay, so you grease Orthog.
Yeah, I just keep that's my game plan. Every encounter from now on, I'm greasing Orthog.
All right, Orthog, you are swimming.
And the beast is asleep.
In the water with me.
Yeah.
Is there? I mean, I need to know the dynamics. I guess. Is there any way to attack it underwater, or what do I need? Do I need to try to pull it out of the water and start beating it, or?
Well, I mean, it's not completely submerged at this point because it is being grappled by the vine, so it's like suspended in the water. The big thing for you is you got to get out so you can get some
Yeah,
solid footing because if you try to swing your club while you're swimming, you're not going to be able to land a solid blow.
yeah. So I get out.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
That's gonna. Well,
It's like denying the fact that you've been greased by Flick. This whole area is slick with slime and gunk
so
and stuff. Like the whole area is basically greased.
so it's just a straight up 16 for me.
16.
Yeah, I don't have athletics.
Okay. You manage to pull yourself out, but it does take basically your entire turn to do that.
Glenn, did you add your? That's a strength. I think athletics is strength. Did you add your strength modifier?
Oh no, no, sorry. I was looking at the. So that would be a 19.
19.
Thanks, Jake.
All right, at a 19, I'll say it's just a move action, so you can still get an attack.
Sweet. Man, nice call. All right, to attack, to hit. That should do it. That will be a 19 to hit.
That will definitely hit since it's asleep.
Yeah. And now 3D D8. 3D8. Here we go. Okay. 6, 12, 16. 26 points of damage.
26. Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Oh, 27. Sorry.
Bardic.
Gotta remember that bardic.
I got it. I got my little cheat sheet over here.
Oh, speaking of your cheat sheet, Glenn, I don't, this is kind of circumstantial, but if you want to add it to it, when you're greased like this, it's a +10 to your CMD. So when it tries to, if it tries to grapple you again, your CMD goes up by 10 for that.
All right.
Two.
Well, actually, he was woken up by the.
Oh, he was.
But he hasn't tried to break the grapple.
Okay.
So it just continues.
So 2 damage. And then I cast Whip of Spiders. And I'm now holding a whip made of spiders.
Yes.
Begin my slow approach, but cannot make it to melee range.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Well, since it has been woken up by being rudely beamed by a shillelagh, it is now going to make 2 more attacks on Orthog with its tentacles. Oh, wow. 18s on both dice.
All right.
So that is going to hit you twice
Wait, no, it's not gonna hit me.
for 10 total points of damage.
Well, I'm in my armor class is a 20.
18 on the die, so he has his
18
attack
on the
modifier
die.
to add to that.
25 to it hits 25.
Oh, all right, cool.
All right, and it's going to make 2 grapple attempts. And those would succeed if you were not greased.
Nice.
So it tries to grab a hold of you, but the tentacles slip and slide across your greasy shell. Victor.
Nah.
I hex the beast with misfortune.
Okay. Is there a save for that?
I don't think there's a save for misfortune.
I think there is. I think it's will.
Oh, it's a will save. Yeah.
Okay, 15.
15 ties. Can I throw an action die on it?
Uh, yeah, you can throw an action die
For a plus
to
one?
have improved natural ability or natural ability focus. That would increase the DC by 1.
Bingo. I do that.
Okay. So it is misfortuned for 1 round, 3 rounds.
1 round.
Click.
Let's see. Orthog has taken some damage. I don't think I can get to him though in just a move action, can I? I look pretty far away.
Yeah, I think that might be just out of your range. Well,
I think I got like 20 feet.
yeah, that's about as close as you could get.
Oh, yeah, let's not do that. Okay. What else can I do?
30.
Could I cast Silent Image to try to make another Orthog, like 5 foot beside of him, just kind of mimicking Orthog's actions, just to try to get him like confuse the creature on who to attack?
I think he'll be able to. He'll smell the difference. I think.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't really know what else to do. I'm just kind of.
Chain whip him. Shoot him.
No, I don't
Oh,
want to
shoot his ass, dude.
No, no. We're trying to talk this thing down.
No, we're trying to beat the shit
So
out
we're
of
trying
it.
to beat the shit out of
Well, we're doing that. We are successfully doing that, right?
him. Add to the chaos.
All right, so your intention with silent image would be to confuse its visual understanding of the area.
Yeah.
Do you have any other spells that might hurt its visual acuity?
I feel like you're leading me, but I'm just not seeing it.
It's a new one for you. Well, it might be.
It's a new one for me.
Victor. Victor got
It's a
glitter
new
dust.
one.
You didn't
It's a
get
new
glitter
one
dust,
for
though, did you?
me.
I tell you,
You
how
didn't
you
get
visually
glitter dust.
prepare.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
was
yeah, all good.
confused and dragging you down a path that didn't. And I
You
was
could-
thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, glitter dust. I mean, because glitter dust is such a
Sweet.
bard,
Jake,
staple.
you could visually impair it by calling out one of its eyes and throwing your chain knife at it. I mean, it's
Glenn,
just
stop with the
something
chain
to do.
knife. We're not chain knifing.
Something to do, though.
Good chain knife.
Oh my God, you guys.
I will say something that you could do, but you have not prepared for it, is you could do a silent image of a fog in the area, but tell your allies that it's an illusion,
Mm-hmm.
so that they might be able to see through it, but it would be much harder for your opponents to see through it.
Yeah, I didn't set us up to succeed with that. But that's a good point for future encounters. Thank you for that, Dan.
You are welcome.
Okay, fine, Glenn. I'm going to I'm going to see if I can get within 10 feet. That's the range on the flying blade.
Chain knife.
And chain knife. Sounds way more emo.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to chain knife him here.
Okay.
And that is a 15 to hit.
Would normally not hit, but he's grappled.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice. Chain knife. All right. I don't even have a D10 out. 1 second. There we go. I'm doing 2 points of damage, baby.
Nice. You're right there with me. 2.
2.
All right. Ortog.
I roll to attack.
We're going.
God, that rolled off of the nat 20. So 14 plus 9. It's going to be a 23.
Hit.
All right. And that will be. Oh, that is very nice. 18, 19 points, 29 points of damage.
29.
I rolled 2 8s and a 2.
Okay. It's dead.
Big hits.
Wait, like, how dead?
Wait, were we?
Orthog just smashed the fuck out of it.
Like, dead or
Non
dead?
non-lethal, right? Cure light wounds on
Remember
it.
how he said that?
Did
Narjal.
we?
You see, Orthog just comes down, and you hear like this awful squelching noise, and this thing just goes limp in your grasping vines embrace. And it doesn't. And I mean, it looked really unhealthy, just as it was. It looks
Oh yeah.
less healthy now.
Okay. I rush over to it. And dismissing's a standard action.
I mean, you can
You have
command it to
stabilize?
go.
Yeah, I'm just like command it like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stabilize the beast.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like,
Do
Do you
I-
want to stabilize or do you want to heal?
I mean, heal involves a roll, stabilize doesn't, and I don't have any cure shit
Oh, you
prepared.
don't have any cures?
I'm
Okay.
not prepared. No,
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking just get stabilized. And then can I do like a? I know I kind of did all my shit, but can I do a fucking heal check on it
Sure.
to see? 15? Is it dead? Do we smell piss?
I will say, your stabilize, you caught it on the, just for narrative purposes, I'm going to say your stabilize caught it at the very verge of death.
Okay.
It needs, to be healed now, or it will.
It's a hail the beast! Someone hail the beast!
yeah, I could put.
I trot over and cast Cure Moderate Wounds. I
Well,
touch
the
its.
problem is you can only move 20 feet per round.
Oh
You
no,
can't reach it.
I can touch it.
he is a paladin.
Okay.
Trying to think of who's next in initiative if we're not dropping
Wait.
out. I'm perfectly fine burning a cure light wounds
Oh.
spell here.
Flick,
Yeah,
you're up.
whatever you got.
Yeah, cure light wounds on the beast.
Okay.
It
All
heals
right.
for 8.
Or 30 points damage a hit.
Nasty.
Okay. How much did you heal?
8 points.
8. Okay. It is still unconscious.
I'm still holding a whip of spiders. They're just all like
Vic,
scrambling.
get over here.
All right, Orthog.
Yeah, I heal it. For
Okay.
6 points of health.
You heal 2d6 with your lay on hands now.
Oh, 2 of them. Sorry. For 9 points of health.
All right. You see that massive dent from Orthog's shillelagh kind of reinflates and domes back up, and the creature stiffly begins to stir again. And at this point, you can smell a strong scent of ammonia.
You will obey us.
Talk to it, Flick.
Yeah, and act low. I tell it, leave the living alone, or these beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yes.
How do you want to phrase this, as diplomatic or intimidating?
I want to phrase it as diplomatic as possible, but I didn't want
No,
to use
intimidate
the
the shit
words
out of it, dude.
explicitly. I'm not intimidating.
Well, we just beat the shit out of it.
All right, give me a diplomacy check.
Some good cop, bad cop shit.
That was pretty damn good. 26.
Okay. Uh,
I have action die.
okay.
Let me throw one. That's a 1. So that's a 27. I've got one left. I'm just gonna burn it.
Really
Another
get your
one.
miss.
Another one. 28.
Okay. Um, the smell of ammonia gives way to the smell to like the sulfuric, eye-watering scent of sliced onions. Flick and Victor, you did the studying on the creature. Give me another knowledge dungeoneering check.
I rolled a 2.
13.
What did you get on the with the 2, Flick?
A 9.
9. Okay. Um, you, Victor, you feel like the scent of onions is a admission of consent or concession. That it's saying that it lost.
I turn to the party and I say, "It's afraid."
We all cheer.
Uh-huh. And
Um,
fire our guns in the air.
Yeah.
And it cautiously starts to push itself back into the sludge.
as it's leaving, I will say in Aklo that we live here now, and we'll know if it goes back on this deal.
Lets off an odor of garlic and accepts.
Oh, and I will throw the rotten meat in there to it.
Oh, good touch.
Just like we can be pals, you know.
I don't think we can.
Right. You throw the meat in and it quickly sinks under the surface. And then you see like a, movement under the surface as something grabs for the sinking meat, drags it in.
That was cool.
After, all of the excitement dies down, Bilgan comes out of the office tentatively, watching the surface of the sludge. You can see as he's approaching, he has like little bits of cotton stuffed in his nose as he walks towards the cistern. And he says, it it looked like you got the message across. Do you feel as though it has been properly subjugated?
I think it got
Yes.
the.
Well, that's good to hear. And he pulls a hefty pouch off of his belt, and he's about to hand it to Orthog, who looks like he's the heftiest and strongest of the group, and sees that you are covered in shit, and then hands it to Nargel.
Okay. I'll take it with one hand, but with the other hand, I've got some mushrooms, and I'm squeezing mushroom juice into the cistern slot.
Yeah.
So you just like let go of your whip of spiders?
Yes, in the cistern.
Okay.
And then it poofs away, and I grab that and kind of like, fumble with my pouch. I'm very distractedly putting it in my robes as I'm squeezing mushroom juice into the cistern. And then I glance over at Flick and I go, a strong seed.
I was those
He's,
the mushrooms are the seed. The
he's
juice
spore
is the seed?
bombing.
I'm seeding the cistern because I know that this is going to come back to me in the form of black gold at some point.
Solid.
I hand Bilgum another stick of incense, and I say, Bilgum, I couldn't help but notice that you really don't seem to like the scent down here.
That would be an understatement.
I pull out 2 cigarettes and fire them both up and offer him one and say, have you considered smoking?
It doesn't agree with me. Believe me,
Well,
I've tried everything to do this.
I'll take
more
that.
for me.
I'll take that extra one.
I flick a cig. I'm gonna make
This
a
is not a
dexterity.
safe place. I note to everyone that this is not a safe place to smoke, and we should
Methane.
move far away from the noxious gases coming off of the cistern waters.
Flick says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a doctor? Didn't think so."
Give me a perception and a nature check, please.
Perception's gold. Okay, so the perception is a 40,
God
and
dang.
the knowledge nature is a 27.
Oh wow, really?
Dang.
19.
Nice. Okay. So you notice that when it slithered, like it pushed its way back into the sludge, there is a, residue goo that it left behind. You're pretty sure that that is some form of slime mold that you've never seen before.
Ooh.
Are people looking at me right now?
I mean, you're not hiding. It's
I take the vial that I used to imbue
Okay.
my spell, and I just kind of
Okay.
get some. I have to kind of skim the top of the class A
Dude,
biological there, but I try to get a nice little sound, give it a whiff, cap it, put it in my robe.
It has uh, a quickly fading scent of onions.
Okay.
But underneath you get a like as the onions start to dissipate, you get a scent of rotting fish.
Okay. I note that. Put it in my belt pouch and kind of look around to see if anyone noticed that and how disgusting it was.
I would like to make a perception check.
Bilgan is like, he noticed. He's, uh, concerned, but not curious.
I say to him, I go, a strong seed.
Warthog just looks at you like the guy of Happy Gilmore, just like,
Bilgin, I assure you, our interest is purely professional.
Well, your profession is not something I am familiar with.
We're your neighbors.
Very, very good. If you feel as though the uh, job has been done adequately, I'd like to get the workers back in so that we can resume efforts. Even a day lost in the city can cause some undesirable backup.
By all means.
Oniony fish slime mold. Quantity 1.
He gives a loud whistle, and you see some of the rat folks start to cautiously enter into the cistern area again and go and collect their tools and their equipment to begin to resume work. And with that, you guys feel as though the mission has been completed.
Nice.
Solid. Well, then it, boys.
And all very effectively under the table.
No taxes. Let's keep the government out of it, man.
200 gold?
Almost covers the cost of the
gold chain necklace.
the potions.
Once you factor in the potion cost and the gold chain necklace, we didn't make any money.
Yeah, we lost money.
We lost money, but we've got a fantastic story to tell.
We gained the respect of the rat folk.
The real treasure was the shit we sniffed along the way.
That's just how the bad boys roll.
I would like to have like a quick word with Belgium before we conclude. Flick is hopeful to maybe come by at in some interval and just drop off some rancid meat on occasion, just as like a little, he knows it's candy for the creature. If he could do that without endangering any of the workers or anything, but just try to foster like a better relationship with this creature moving forward.
He says he'll leave that between you and Shoping.
Okay, I'll work it out with Shoping.
Is Lo Yang around?
No.
We'll catch up with him later.
Oh no, Lil Yang got fired. They canned the whistleblower. No. There's some Bowen shit going on, boys.
Reprisals, dude. Come on.
He's an apprentice. He's technically part-time. He's not one of his.
Make Lil Yang like our servant boy.
He's a
He's
junior.
actually back at the guardhouse waiting to hear how it went.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a junior member. It's like a prospect.
We'll give him a little badge that says junior officer.
Yeah. Absolutely. He'll get like a little
wayside boy.
That's right.
Well, feel like it's probably a good place to end for the night.
Sure.
And unless there's some tangent you guys want to go out on, or something surreptitious you want to accomplish without battle time.
I guess I'm just glad that I got on here and my thing stayed on, so I'm pumped for that.
You want to clump of shit?
Num-nums.
Sorry about the broken screen all night.
Oh, good, buddy.
Well, you look radiant.
Best I've looked.
Can I trap Battleton's room?
Can you trap his room?
Yeah.
With what?
Glitter dust?
No, because you have to cast it, and you don't have brew potion yet.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
So are we? Do we play next week, or are we off next week?
I think we're off next week.
Of next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ross and I are unable to attend.
Yeah, and then we're back on the following.
For me, that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
And I'm off the
right.
week 17th.
You're going to be here.
I will be there. This is a good point.
Yeah. Do you guys want to?
Ross, we could do an in-person game.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm all about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm not going to bring my character sheet. Will you take photos of it? Sure. Cool.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Do a PDF.
See you later.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. See you
Later, dudes.
2 weeks.
In person.
In person.
Ross, buddy.
Actually, so you'll be gone for the 19th, right?
Yeah.
So there'll still be the 12th.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that whole week. Oh, that'll be a great time.